Hello, and welcome to the Ward 6 Council Show. I'm Meg Salyer, and with me this morning is Jennifer Gooden, who's our Director of Sustainability.
Good morning.
Good morning. We have a really great program to talk about today. It's a new initiative for the city. I think it's got the best name I've ever heard. It's called Spokies.
It is.
And Jennifer, tell us all about it.
Spokies is our new bike share program that we're launching today in Oklahoma City. It's a program that will make bikes publicly available at 6 solar-powered automated kiosks throughout the downtown and midtown area.
You know, solar-powered was the first time I'd heard that when we tested them the other day. I knew we were going to have a bike share program, and I was so excited about it, but solar-powered was a whole new twist to me, so share that with us.
Well, there are a lot of practical benefits to that. Obviously, it's energy efficient, but on the more practical side, it allows us to place the stations anywhere we want to, so we don't have to be tied down to the electrical grid. Makes it a more flexible program.
Fantastic. And so what we have in 6 locations are... You'll see a bike rack. It looks like kind of a black bar. And how many bikes might we have in each location?
They vary. They'll be anywhere from about 12 bikes to up around 28 bikes at each of the stations. We have 6 stations. There will be one at Midtown, another at...
And where specifically is it at Midtown?
It's on the east side of the building that houses McNelly's, right on Walker.
Perfect.
And there will be another one at the downtown library. On 4th Street on the same block as the Oklahoma City National Memorial.
Great.
Then there will be one at the between the Cox Convention Center and the Chesapeake Arena, and right there by the Myriad Gardens at that big intersection there.
Excellent.
One of our largest stations. Another at the Bricktown Ballpark on that plaza on the southwest corner, and Deep Deuce Urban Apartments.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So in theory, you can join up, and we're going to talk about how you sign up to do this, but you can pick up a bike outside your apartment at 4th and Deep Deuce. You can ride over the Walnut Bridge. You can ride to Midtown.
Yes.
You could have breakfast at Stella, or you could have a libation at McNelly's.
Exactly.
And ride your bike back home.
You could.
It's fantastic.
The great thing about how this works is you can return the bike back to the station you checked it out from, or to any of the other 5 stations. So it offers a lot of flexibility. And once you have a membership, which is something that you purchase, then you get an unlimited number of 30-minute rides for free. So for me, my office is on Main Street downtown. If I wanted to go to Midtown for lunch, I could go to the library and check out a bike, ride it to Midtown and check it in, have my lunch, and then check it out again and ride my bike back to work.
Oh, that's just perfect. And all of that would be included in your membership.
It would be.
Okay, so talk to us about the different membership options that are available.
We have 3 different options available because we expect some people will be using it on a consistent basis, and others, like visitors or travelers to Oklahoma City, may just want a day membership. So you can purchase a membership for a single day for $5, for a month for $20, or for a full year for $75. And with that membership, you get an unlimited number of 30-minute rides for free. If you want to keep it longer than 30 minutes, you can. And you can do that by paying a fee of $2 per half hour for each additional half hour after your first 30 minutes.
Okay. So if somebody were to, because it sounds a little teeny bit complicated, so let's try that again. If somebody had a year's membership, which costs $75, you go take out your bike, but you decide to take it out by the Myriad Gardens and ride through the gardens, and then perhaps go down to the river and ride on the trails. If you had the bike out for 2 hours, you'd have 30 minutes for free.
Exactly.
And then you'd have $2 for the next 3 half-hour segments.
Yes.
So it would cost you $6 for the day when you return the bike after 2 hours.
That's exactly
Sounds
right.
like a fabulous deal. That's really great. I said it was a little bit like learning a new word when you begin to hear it all the time. I'm so focused now on people riding bikes downtown. I'm seeing them everywhere. And during the last 2 Thunder games, Thunder Alley obviously has just been packed with people, but I've seen people riding bikes all over downtown in the evening. Walking over to City Hall this morning, I saw 4 different people with backpacks on, helmets on, which is always a good thing. But, you know, looked like they were riding to work or riding to design. This is all really going to make a difference in healthiness, and we're excited to get people out moving.
Yeah, I think there has been an uptick in the number of people riding bicycles. I try to ride to work a day or so a week, but I don't think this is anything compared to what we'll see after Project 180 is complete. And with Project 180 having all the new bicycle infrastructure, dedicated marked bike lanes and sharrows throughout the area, we're now going to have really sophisticated bike infrastructure for people who want to ride downtown, and that's really exciting.
Speaking of the sharrows, again, you know, from a public information standpoint, are we going to do some some education, because I think it's really going to be important for both constituencies, for drivers to understand the responsibility of sharing the road with bikers, and bikers' responsibilities for sharing the roads with automobiles.
Absolutely. The city's now working on a bike safety campaign. It's a same rules, same road, or share the road campaign. And the idea is to get out that message that cars and bicycles have the same rights on the road, but also the same responsibilities. So the message targeted toward automobiles is that they need to make sure that they're allowing space for bikes and passing at comfortable distances and that kind of thing. And for the bicyclists, the message is that they need to follow all the traffic laws that apply to vehicles.
So stop at stop signs, stop at stop lights.
Exactly.
And
Not right on the sidewalk.
Right, all those things that you need to do. Well, it's really going to be important. I think we have a city ordinance that gives that comfortable passing zone, maybe 3 feet, around a rider. So, I think it's a very good idea for your office to begin really pushing some rules, because it is different.
Yeah,
we don't want people to be frustrated.
Exactly.
We want this to be embraced.
It's kind of a new thing for Oklahoma City, so it will take some education to help everybody get used to it.
Fantastic. And when you mentioned Project 180 being finished, around City Hall would be very helpful, because trying to take that bike from the Norrick Library is a little bit complicated to get around right now. I also heard a fantastic quote this morning from somebody who said, now that we can ride bikes to lunch, we're going to race to lunch. We're going to get to eat more because we're burning calories, and then we're going to be able to turn around and get back down to the office. So
it makes you feel good about eating dessert.
It does, exactly. It gives you an opportunity for dessert, which is just wonderful. So there are lots of other things that you do in the Office of Sustainability. Can you share with us a little bit about some of the other projects that the office was created a couple of years ago?
Yeah, it's still a fairly new office. The office was created in 2009. They started some work on it the year prior, but really kicked off with an energy efficiency and conservation block grant. It's kind of a mouthful, but it's a grant, a $5.4 million grant that the office has administered to improve energy efficiency. So we've done a lot of work on energy efficiency, particularly facility retrofits of city buildings to help us reduce our operating costs there. There's some really some projects with a very quick turnaround time and return on your investment. They're like changing out your lighting that you'll see near immediate benefits on. We're also doing some work on codes and regulations, which is not always the most exciting thing to everybody, but also really important in making sure that the way we operate our city allows us to save energy and be more sustainable in the process.
We're also, and this is a little bit, I think, outside of your direct responsibility, but we're addressing a lot of those issues, I think, even with the historic preservation codes.
Yes. The city's actually, the city of Oklahoma City is being seen as a leader in the connection between energy efficiency and historic preservation. Those are two areas that have not always been seen as immediately compatible, because historic preservation is about keeping the windows and the doors and all of the accessories on a house in sync with their original character, whereas energy efficiency is often seen as, let's get new Energy Star doors and windows. But in fact, they are very compatible. Buying the greenest house you can buy is an existing house, and when you buy an older home like that, you're saving so many resources that would otherwise have had to been used to construct a new home. And the older homes are just beautiful quality in the wood, things that have a much longer life than we see now.
Well, as a resident of one of those for many, 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 many years, it is going to be helpful, though, to begin to think about a little bit more energy efficiency opportunities in the windows and things. So for citizens that are interested or thinking about doing some retrofitting, out on our website are current revisions to the code. I think it's in draft form, but they'll be able to take a look.
They're on the planning department's website under the historic preservation link, and you can. Those are actually going through the planning commission and will soon be before City Council.
Great. Well, Oklahoma City is really on the cutting edge in so many different ways. This bike share program is one. I've got photographs that I've been bringing back to the city manager from Istanbul and from Morocco, and I mean cities around the world have adopted this as a way for both visitors and citizens to get around. And so it's really exciting for Oklahoma City to be jumping on the bandwagon. How did you all come up with the name Spokies? Because I just love it.
It is a great name. It was actually done through a Facebook competition that was put up by downtown OKC early in the planning days of the bike share program. I think it's a great name. We've been getting lots of really positive feedback about that and the graphics.
Excellent. The graphics are great. I hope we'll be able to put some of those up for people to see.
Anyone who would like more information can visit the Spokies website, which is at spokiesokc.com.
Okay.
At that website, there's information about how the program works, and we'll let you sign up for a membership too.
Great. And running the program for downtown Oklahoma City is Jeff Irwin. And unfortunately, Jeff couldn't be with us today because he's working on a mobile app part of this.
Yeah, he's working on the Wi-Fi communication that connects information to the stations.
Fantastic. Yeah. So will we at some point develop an app that can tell you?
Yes, and the app will work for smartphones, and you'll be able to actually see the stations live and how many bikes are posted at each station. So if you want to make a decision about which station to approach for a bicycle, it will tell you where they all are in real time.
That's fantastic. Now, the last story I think I heard was perhaps a visual of somebody on a bike texting. And I said, that has a line, circle around it and a line through it. Just like we're not texting and driving, we're not texting and biking.
It goes back to the same rules, same road.
Exactly, same rules, same road. So wear your helmets, don't text, but if you need to figure out where the bikes are, do check your app early and figure out where to go. Exactly. Thank you so much for being here today and talking about this great program. I'm really proud of the City of Oklahoma City for jumping on this initiative, and I know it's been a lot of work. I know you've really worked with vendors and made a big effort to select the right program, but I think going solar is incredibly cool and people are really going to enjoy it. So I just want to encourage all of our viewers to go on the website, buy your membership, even if it's a month-long membership. Test it out first, but pick up a bike, ride around the gardens, go down to the river, have a bite to eat up in Midtown, or run over to 9th Street and enjoy all the things that downtown Oklahoma City has to offer. Jennifer, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.